Hello and welcome back to part 2 of my Protoss Beginner's Guide unit overview. We're on the robotics bay right now. This is the Observer, which is a cloaked detector. Detector means it can see cloaked units like the Dark Templar and like the Banshee when they do the tech, and it also means that it can scout. Now there's a detector, so that means that they can now see me. My Observer is cloaked and it has very little health. But I can scout out in their base if they don't have detection, and I can fly around the map and see what's going on. So it's a very handy unit. It has no abilities though you can get 2 different upgrades for it. That's all the units from the robotics bay. So now you have the units from the Stargate, which I forgot to be building. So let me just chrono boost that and go ahead and warp in a mothership, because the mothership is the only war unit that you can build from the Nexus. And in a real game, I'd totally get owned, but like I've said before, I'm just doing this to show you all how it works. So there's an observer. Now these geysers have run out. Geysers only have a set amount, like these crystal fields. You can see that these crystal patches are being mined out. Here is a Phoenix. A Phoenix is an anti-ground unit. I'm sorry, Phoenixes are an anti-air unit. They move really fast and do light damage. They do 5 damage and they do 5 plus damage against light, so they're pretty good against overlords, and they're also excellent scouts. So I'm going to run away from those guys because I can't attack them. Something that you can do though with these guys, and I will show you that ability once I get another ship out, because you have to have 2 to be able to show how cool they are. So my whatchamacallit, Void Ray is almost done, and my mothership is almost done. And after this, I will have a carrier. So these 2 units are going to go ahead and fly together, join up here in the center of the field. Void Rays are a unit over which there is a lot of debate as to whether Void Rays are overpowered, because if you get 200 pop of Void Rays, nothing on the map can stop you except for Thor's. And that's just like a given. 200 pop, you will own everything on the map. Now that's too many air units I'm going to run. But I want to show you how Void Rays work, hopefully, so I'm going to show you it on my own buildings actually. Void Rays are the only unit that do this, but they actually charge up. Right now they do 5 damage, and this might be different in the real game because this is an offline beta, so it's changed a lot. But as you can see, they attack, and now they are powered up. So they've got these 3 things here, and they are now powered up. Now, it does look like they charge up 3 different times, but there are only 2 stages in their attack. But when charged, they do much more damage than when they're not charged. And they also get a bonus against armored. So here I'm going to show you a cool ability that this have. So I'm going to fly over here, and this is, what is that, G? Hang on. I usually have my hotkey set to grid. So I'm going to fly over here. This is a ability that the Phoenix has, and I will show you this in just a moment, as soon as I can find a ground unit. So there we go. I'm going to go ahead and snipe this Overlord. All dead. So here, look, there's the Hydralisk. So I want to kill this Hydralisk. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use Graviton Beam. So there you go. It picks him up in the air, and he now cannot attack. So I'm actually going to kill that guy on the ground there and hope that my Phoenix will be safe, and I have enough, so I'm going to go ahead and pick him up again. So now I have him sitting there dangling in the air, and he can't do anything. This is a really cool ability that you can use. If you have multiple Phoenixes, then you can Graviton Beam a unit, and the other Phoenixes can attack him because now he is floating in the air. So that's those, and now we only have 2 units left. The mothership. Actually, no, I'll show you the carrier because that's from there. So the carrier does not actually attack. It builds interceptors, and the interceptors attack. So when I attack, you can see those interceptors come out. Each one of them does, how much damage do they do? Hang on, they do 5 damage. So as you can see, these interceptors are attacking, and they do a lot of damage because there are so many of them, and you can build more. And your upgrades, a huge thing to note is that your upgrades from your cybernetics score also count for your interceptors. Now, of course, people can attack the interceptors. So like this, that Hydralisk is going to be attacking them. So it's always a debate whether you want to go straight for the mothership or for the interceptors. Usually you want to go for the mothership. It also has siege range. So if I'm going to attack this Overlord, my mothership can be like all the way back here, and they'll still be attacking. So mothership in mass is a very powerful thing. I'm sorry, carrier. The only other unit you have is the mothership. The mothership is a unit that cloaks all the other units in a sphere. So it's massive, massive ability. There's also two other abilities that it has: the Vortex and the Mass Recall. And I will show you both. Motherships move very slow, but they have 350 health and 350 gas. 350 shield. They also have a max of 200 energy, so you can use both the Vortex and the Mass Recall. So what I'm going to do is come over here. Now pretend the enemy had a big army. We're going to say that this queen is their giant army. I'm going to use Vortex on the queen. Anyone who goes in there goes to a Vortex for 30 seconds. Now, oh, that was weird. Oh wait, now I don't have enough energy. Just a moment, and I will show you what Mass Recall does. So I just warped all of those units right here. And now I have a giant army in the middle of their base. And as that is all the units for the Protoss in Starcraft 2, and I think all that I really need to show you about the Protoss, then you can sit back and enjoy the gory explosions as these buildings get blasted to bits. One more thing that I have to say. Hang on, just a moment. Check out this Baneling nest. When it dies, the Baneling nest has like the coolest death in all of Starcraft 2. Okay, so watch this. I just think that's really cool in a really, really gross kind of way. Oh yeah, the only other thing to StarCraft 2, once you've lost all of your hatcheries or your nexuses, you can rebuild them, but you do become what's called revealed, meaning all your buildings show up on the map, and anyone playing can see where all of your buildings are. And I'll show you this in just a minute. Let me just kill this this hatchery. So it says player 2 will be revealed. It means that all of his units have died. All of his buildings have died. So in just a minute, he'll be revealed. And it'll come up and say that you're being revealed or that he is being revealed. Oh wait, he rebuilt. Jerk. Oh well. Never mind, I'm just going to kill him. So thank you for joining me for this, and hope you'll join me for the rest of the overviews, for the rest of the players. I just want to say that if you're a beginner, Terran is not actually the easiest. Protoss is, I really believe, the easiest race to play if you are a beginner player. So if you're a beginner, go ahead and give Protoss a shot, because they're the most powerful and the easiest. And I'll be putting up a video, if I don't already have one, on how to 4-gate. So, which is one of the most powerful Protoss strategies. Thank you for joining me, and hope you'll join me again for the rest of my videos and casts for the RPG.net 2 tournament.